everyone. Thank you for joining PRIP's Coffee Club. I'm your host, Tania Morrill, and in today's episode, we're talking about how to leverage AI to get more from your call recording data. Our partner in delivering call recording services is ASC Technologies, and my special guest today is from ASC, Michael Broderick. Hi, Michael.
Hey, Tanya, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing well. Happy to be here.
Good. So we have a really interesting topic today, AI. It's all over the place. I want to first ask you if you can just give us a little bit of an overview of what ASC does and what the work is that you do with BCM1 and PRIP customers.
Sure. So ASC, just for better context, so we're about 60 years young. We're headquartered just outside of Frankfurt, Germany. We operate through about 14 different subsidiaries located around the globe, so we cover just about every major market in the world. Our core competency and what we specialize in is call recording. Like I said, we've been doing it for over 60 years. And then obviously bringing in analytics and AI into the workflows. And so the way that we partner with BCM1 and PRIP is amongst all the different solutions that uh, BCM1 and PRIP offer, we fill the gap on the call recording components for their end customers.
And with the businesses that you work with, what are the main challenges you hear from them?
First and foremost, the biggest challenge that we always hear is how can we capture all the calls or the interactions that agents are having with their customers, employees, with external individuals, and then secondarily, what do they do with all that data? And so that's where we bring in the different types of analytics and the different AI, all things that we're going to discuss in depth shortly.
Yeah, great. So let's get into some of those tools. So today we're looking specifically at AI as a solution to address some of those challenges. And on the screen, we're going to be showing you some examples so you can actually see the ASC solution in action. Michael, can you first give us a little bit of context, a bit of an overview? Why did ASC turn to AI and what were you hoping it would address?
Sure. First and foremost, the most obvious reason why we got into AI is because essentially everybody is talking about AI. But the primary use of the AI is you need to have data behind it in order to apply the AI. And so with call recording, we have a massive amount of data from our customers, not necessarily our data, but customer data. And essentially, we wanted to make sure that we had an effective and an efficient use of time in terms of the review process. And so, obviously, bringing in different levels of analytics and categorization. We can also bring in AI to create more generative solutions for supervisors that need to review that data.
So let's get into some features and specifics of what you can actually do. How can you analyze your content with AI to get more insights out of what you're recording?
Sure. So, in terms of the analytics and AI, what we can do is uh, obviously everything runs off a transcription. So, we enable that. So, we capture the audio, we transcribe all the audio, and then we can have a variety of different categorizations or policies that lend themselves to different keywords or different phrases within the transcription itself. So, if a specific manager is focused on customer churn, we can focus on those keywords that lend themselves to I'd like to close my account, or to more emergency threats. We have a threat at the bank, if you will. So depending on the type of data that we're reviewing, we can streamline any reaction or I guess a press release of sorts for different varieties of these categorizations.
One of the big use cases we see a lot for AI is around contact center and customer service, and you touched on it a little bit there. One useful feature that we see is around customer sentiment and actually addressing tone of certain conversations. How does that work?
Sure. So on the sentiment, again, because everything is generated off of the transcription itself, once a supervisor opens up the specific call recording data, as it loads, you'll see a timeline across the top. It'll have obviously the timeline. It'll have the sensitivity bars that you would anticipate with any audio recording, and then sentiment analysis. So those bars from the sensitivity will actually change colors throughout the conversation as the AI picks up on positive, neutral, or negative phrases or words throughout the conversation. So if there's a lot of screaming and yelling and cursing, those will tend to be yellow or red. But if you hear phrases like, oh, great, you've solved my problem, this has been bothering me for a while, these are things that'll be generally green. And so before having to listen to the audio or read the transcript, a supervisor can see that timeline and have an immediate reaction and understanding of exactly how this call transitioned throughout its duration.
You mentioned earlier that one challenge for customers is around what to do with all the information they record. One of the things we hear about all the time with AI is, the speed at which it can process information and the volume of information that it can assess. Would this help businesses review more of their calls?
Absolutely. So again, specifically to the AI, there's a couple different things that it can do. So you can ask specific questions, so open-ended questions into the AI, I guess, tab, if you will. It could be anything from, is there sarcasm on this call, to are there potential violations of law that we need to be concerned about? Or you can just ask generally, what was a specific topic that they were discussing in this conversation. The other thing that you can do is you can also create a summary. And so if you just want a brief summary, it could be an hour-long audio recording, but you can request the summary, which will basically put it into 3 to 5 sentences, giving you a very detailed summary of the conversation, essentially the cliff notes of the conversation.
So obviously it works really well with your current recordings, or there's a lot of opportunity for your upcoming recordings. Does it do anything for like legacy recordings or historical information that customers may have?
Sure, absolutely, it does. So over 60 years, there's obviously been a variety of different types of audio recordings out there, and so different integrations, different platforms. And the great thing about ASE is we make it easy for our customers to migrate legacy call recordings into the ASC Recording Insights platform, which is where the AI is housed. So we make it easy for supervisors and compliance managers. So if they need to bring in, and if they're switching from another platform, they can bring in that legacy data, have it analyzed, apply the AI, and then again, carry on with a very effective and efficient workflow process.
Can you run us through any specific examples of industries or specific use cases that you're seeing with customers that are really benefiting from using this?
Sure. Very specifically, everybody can benefit from it. But first and foremost, the regulated industries between financials, healthcare, government, they are all required by law to maintain call recording for a very specific reason. And then they can obviously enhance their efficiency in reviewing those call data, or that call data, with the AI and the analytics that we can apply. Secondarily, if you're talking about companies that want to have a quality perspective on their engagements, uh, essentially every company out there that is capturing call recording, they can apply the analytics and apply the AI so that they are, again, becoming very efficient and cutting down on any customer churn. They can grow their business. They can hear different issues that might be coming up from their customers. So again, generally speaking, the AI can be used to either de-risk the business from a regulatory perspective, or it can help grow the business from the quality side.
So if any of our customers want to get going, they want to start using this, how would they do it?
So first and foremost, a customer obviously reach out to their BCM1 or the Pure IP representative. They will have enough tools locally that they can obviously give you the high level view of what we have and what we offer. But your BCM1 or Pure IP rep will contact either myself or any of my peers in any of the other territories to go into a deeper dive and a full demo of the ASC Recording Insights for the end customer.
Great. So I think that wraps us up today. Thank you very much, Michael, for joining me. As always, if you have any questions at all about your enterprise voice projects or AST call recording, please get in touch with us. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you next time.